Okay, so I am back here in Blueprints. I've just come back from a actually fairly long dinner break, so this recording session will not be as long, but you know, we'll see what we can get done. We'll see what we can get done in a run of just a few days worth. Or rather a few days worth of runs. It's only day 6, and we've already drained the fountain. Alright, that's right, we did unlock the outer rooms as well, so we can go have a look at that while my cat, beloved troublemaker that he is sitting on my notes. So, the shelter is the last room with a computer. Thankfully, he is not sitting on my empty, freshly printed notes, so I can fill this out. This is the bomb shelter archive. So again, home, family, personal. I will deal with the time look safe shortly, but first let's have a look at the emails. Bottom to top. Yes, and don't worry, this communication method is fully secure. I am the only lab technician with network access, and the only one who uses this terminal. I'm working to get you some more supplies, but I'm not focusing on essentials as I believe there's enough food in the shelter to last for the duration, though I think it'd be wise if you couldn't do a quick inventory to confirm that. This is to him. In terms of area, there's not nearly as much room here as I remembered from my youth. If it was just me, I wouldn't mind, but with 4 of us and the space we are going to need for planning, I don't expect this to be a sustainable situation for more than a week. A fortnight at best. I passed the message on, and your uncle says he may have an idea for a more long-term solution, but it's going to require some doing. I'm not sure exactly what he has in mind, but this morning when I looked at today's blueprints, I saw he had drafted the pump room, a floor plan I haven't seen used in a very, very long time. I have a feeling you all may be taking a boat ride shortly. And it's finally happening. We just got confirmation from our source that the Red Guard is coming tomorrow to begin their formal inquiry into the disappearance. At this point, it's going to be too risky to move you until next week at the earliest. Just hang tight for now. So, that is talking to Marion, of course. I am going to remote terminal access. There's a nice little thing we can do using the combination of the laboratory and bomb shelter. Terminals. But anyway, archival materials, emails. This is a literal bomb shelter in terms of the workplace type. It is underground. There are security measures. Actually, the usual security measures, so I'm just going to ignore that. But first, let's set up an experiment. Okay, this is... Let's get some permanent gold allowance, hey. It's actually not that dark, surprisingly enough. It is fairly bright. And let's unlock every single door in the house. Or not. Okay, time looks safe then. Unlock date and time at least 1 hour in the future. So, we started, day 1 was November the 7th. So, since this is, day 7? Sorry, let me double check this. This is day 6. So that means it is the 13th today. November 13th. Let's be somewhat conservative and say 1 p.m. We'll come back in that time. But yeah, this is surprisingly bright, fairly organized, minimal, you know? Now, let's go up. Let's go up and see what the actual time is, because that time looks safe is another of the special ones that contains a red letter and a ruby. Okay, the time. It is not even close to 1. So let's go exploring for a little bit and see what we can draft today. Let's... Oh, my allowance has been raised. Wonderful. I am not going to say no to that. Oh, and I probably should make a note of the angels as well before I forget. Because the ordering is important for something later. Incidentally, you will see the number 8 pop up a lot in this game for various situations. This is one of them. There are 8 angels. Is that the 7th has a scepter? A royal scepter? 5 has a broom. Let's see. Number 2 has a chef's peel, a pizza peel. 3 has a pitchfork. 4 has... is that a mop? I'm not 100% sure. That's fine. And 6 has a riding whip cane thingamabob. Oh, sorry. There are only 7 of them? Could have sworn there were meant to be 8. But this is fine, this is fine. 8 will come up later. Never mind. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go through the parlor. Pick up some gems while we're at it. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. The blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter B. Oh dear. All of them have the letter B in them, so the only way we'd be able to really figure it out is if the blue box is false, in which case I guess the gems are in this box. No, I got it wrong. Might have been in here. What can you do? Sometimes you make a gamble and it just doesn't come up right. The lucky rabbit's foot, nice. Yeah, okay, let's grab some gems this way instead then. It is past 9 now. Let's go through the spare room and see what we can find in the corner. I would like coins, but without the gem cost, I think. So, let's continue. I mean, let's have a look at what there is. Sledgehammer for 8. That's not too bad. I'll come back later. I'll see if we can come back later. Storeroom, please. Now, let's head back to the open door. Well, the unopened door, rather. And hopefully we won't immediately dead end. My allowance got raised again, hooray. Here is the archives. Let's raise my allowance again. So the reason that I didn't get any money loss from the chapel, actually, and the reason why the dark room's lights didn't turn off, and the reason why there aren't going to be any archive floor plans coming up is because of the effects of the bomb shelter, which make it so that the first 3 red rooms we can just ignore the effects of, the negative effects of. So right now, there are no archive floor plans coming up. Okay, the terrace. I haven't shown you the terrace yet. It's cozy. It's pretty nice. I don't think there's a way to get a proper closer look at that statue, but it's pleasant. Okay, back through here. I feel like I don't really have enough currency to launder, so grabbing the laundry, not really much sense in it. But let's have a look-see. What have we got? The key. I'm not gonna say no to more keys. This is why you don't say no to more keys. Yeah, okay. I'll come back to that. Alright. The dark room, not dark, thankfully. But if I want to make any progress, the security room it is. Let us change that security level and also the offline mode. And that should be it. That's all I need to do here. And pick up the gem. Look at this. They've just left this here. One choice only, effectively. The boarded up West Wing. I am hoping for more options, please. Okay, here we are. The library. Which, because of the nature of it and the things inside. By the way, a discount coupon book. I get to save money. Well, first here is the book request form. In library use only. Books and periodicals requested with this form will be pulled and available the next time you draft the library. Let's, maybe the Architectural Digest will be the best thing to start with. But if we go up here, records, Mount Holly records. So I do actually want to include this as an archive. So this is the library. It is a library. And I mean, it has books, but specifically I'm looking at play records. Type of workspace, library / reading room, I guess. Ooh, excuse me. And I think I talked about this during my pilot testing as well, because I didn't run into the archives then. I talked about the library instead. It is, I wouldn't call it dark, so we'll say bright. It's organized. And it's clean, but that's fine. No real security measures, no real rules. Well, actually, yes, there are rules. I fill in the form to borrow the book. That's about it. But let's have a look at these records. Temporal records, the amount of time I've spent. Total days, longest day. Ooh, almost an hour on that day. Average 41 minutes though. Resources, drafting records, puzzle records. I still haven't drafted the billiard room yet. Discovery records. And if we go over to the other side of this cute little second floor here, a scrapbook, which is another kind of record. My first claim ticket for the sledgehammer. My favorite floor plans. Can't pass the tool shed up, apparently. I keep drafting the chapel, the commissary. I've spent the most time in the archives. I'm happy about that. Contraptions. I've made a pick sound amplifier so far. My largest purchase was a club sandwich for 8 gold. Stamps will go here once I inspect them with a magnifying glass. I have not yet actually popped the shrine in there, so eventually I'll do that. But yeah, so there are some cute little records here. Spinny. And next time we draft the library, I'll show you that Architectural Digest. Additional reading. The house directory is a great resource for information. If you wish to read more about a specific room in your house, press R to pull up the directory. This is the library. It's pretty cute. Hey, I'm happy with this. The spreading items mechanic, which puts them all in the conference room instead, if you have a conference room. Safe code 9083, absolutely not. After meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. I don't remember if there are actually conference notes there, but, well, that is definitely not the safe code, I can tell you that much. Locksmith. Let's see the locksmith. Hello. There are no staff here, so I don't know how exactly I'm exchanging these, but, you know, it's possible. But I don't have the money. Let's keep going. I think it might be time to pull the rumpus room at long last. I kept saying I wanted to, and then I didn't because there were other things that were more important. But this time, I can show you exactly why I wanted to do the thing.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
That is so atmospheric. I love it. I have not seen too many of those fortunes, so yeah, I think I've only seen maybe 3 of them. They're all similarly evocative. Okay, let's workshop, let's see if we can do anything. Battery pack. Oh, the battery pack. I love the battery pack. We can't pair it with anything right now, though. More's the pity. Okay, let me show you why the gym is annoying. You lose 2 steps because of sports when the lights are on. That's why I power the lights off. Because you lose steps because of sports. I mean, sports are good and all, but at least in this context, less useful perhaps. Aquarium is every color of room. Give me all the quote-unquote red rooms. I have to subtract 2, 3, 4, what? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I actually can't get back. Oops. This is not fine, actually. I want to save this battery pack for later. Ah, I am sad. I am sadness. Well, we may as well just call it a day here, shall we? No, let's call it a day here in the library. We can pretend that we're sitting on the big cozy armchair. Incidentally, speaking of the library, oh, red villa with 5 red rooms. Speaking of the library, oh, we forgot about the time lock safe. I forgot about that completely. Never mind. I'll get it some other day. You can access it anytime the shelter is open. But as I was saying, the entirety of the glam sector is actually represented in this villa. There is a room for every single one. There is a gallery, which is very, very rare. There's a library, as we just saw. There is an archives. There is also a museum room, as well as, mentions in the newspaper clippings of that one museum that got stolen from. Yeah, we have the whole glam sector represented inside this villa, which is pretty cool, honestly, and I had not expected it coming into this game. Here it is. Here's the schoolhouse. Oh my gosh, it is a broken lever. And some old notes. A closing address. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meagre as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision. A vision that I dared not even dream. That dreamer, of course, is the incomparable Mrs. Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who, I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps in building Reddington, yet another school, and also for allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught, and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace. And yet, what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I am still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end? Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. Oop, those are both the same letter. I don't actually know who the author of that is, but here is the final flame. And drumroll for what's about to happen. We have an elevator. which I am immediately going to go down and have a look at, I think. So the schoolyard adds a bunch of classroom buildings, classroom rooms to the draft pool, which will give us a lot more insight into the, you know, the context of this world. But I'm not going to bother with that just yet, because we're going down. Remember, of course, that the note that was in the antechamber next to the basement key said that if you want to keep going up, you must first come down. And this is the down. Scripts and Rudford Mining Company, Excavation Department, Foreman's Log 3, date 7. It should be the other way around. The 2nd of July, 1915. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. This site is either much older than we had first assumed, or somebody deliberately had these chambers buried. But look at that view. Look at those arches. It's gorgeous. But yes, it was buried. Okay, here is the chess puzzle. You will have noticed, I think I've pointed some of them out, the chess pieces that lie around the house. Yeah, that's for this. Can I be bothered? Not right now. Besides, I haven't even opened anything in the house yet, so we don't have any rooms that correspond with those pieces anyway. Locked door, which we can't access from this side until we open it later, and a foreman's copy of Relum and Rune, Sigils of the Past and Present by Professor R. Willard. Fan Areas, Robert Burton, Sons, 1905. There are sigils of each realm, and yeah, this is a very damaged copy. We can get a less damaged copy from the library after. I think we do have to buy. It. So anyway, there's a little bit of context, but we haven't opened the door inside yet. So unfortunately, that's as far as we can go from there for now. But needless to say, there is a lot going on underground. There are many secrets buried there. Yeah, it's once we get there, there's gonna be a lot. And in the literature, I've seen it discussed, like archives and underground go together a lot. So this is not out of the blue. Now, this is our allowance. We got an allowance. Master Simon, good morning. It has come to my attention that you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it is convenient for you, I will leave the required sum here in the entrance hall each morning. If there is anything else you require, please do not hesitate to ask. Even though we have all been requested to remove ourselves from the premises during your stay, I can assure you I am still personally overseeing that the estate is at least operating at a baseline standard of service that I hope you will one day come to expect of us. And Babbage. And here's the library again. Let's have a look at that magazine that we asked for. You can see that Kimberly Thompson borrowed it out in September, And just yesterday, which was November the 13th, so I did my date calculations right, Simon P. Jones. Drafting Strategy, Architectural Digest, Volume 3. This is the June issue. We all start as an empty floor plan. The potential within. To the ambitious young architect, a fresh blueprint represents a world of boundless possibilities. When you are staring at a blank canvas, you have unlimited potential and ideas to explore. But with an abundance of options at your disposal, the architect can also become overwhelmed by the countless choices and decisions that need to be made. Should I draft a hallway or a closet? How many bedrooms do I need in my house? Is passageway really worth 2 gems? All these questions can compound, adding layers of complexity and stress to the design process. That's why it's even more important to develop simple and effective strategies that you can employ while drafting your house to ensure a successful project outcome. In this volume of Architectural Digest, we aim to provide architects with some of those strategies and even assist them in developing their own. Gems, gems, gems. Every architect needs them. They are. This entire thing implies to me that, like, the all of these are actual things in verse, right? In the universe. These combos are a thing in the universe. And you know, all of these tips and tricks are things that people in universe need to use to be able to get around their houses. Which is pretty funny, I think. Although with this volume we have provided our readers with many potential strategies and tricks to try, we here at Architectural Digest hope that aspiring architects know that there truly is no set blueprint for success. Actually, it's pretty funny to me, like, the fact that it has been printed with the Mount Holly floor plans is like, did the publishers of Architectural Digest actually, like, get the perms from... Did they actually get, like, the permissions from Mount Holly's estate? I think that's a pretty funny thing to think about. Okay, observatory. What have we got here? Southern Cross, rooms with 4 doors are more common today, and Diamondus Minor, I am going to need the gems if we're getting rooms with 4 doors being more common today. Rotunda's really cool. I can't afford it. Seven locked doors, we'll come back to those. Does it count as locked from this side? I can't open it from this side, okay. Look, I thought I was being smart there, but I guess not. In any case, I'll need keys, and I'll ignore that trunk. Come on, why? Why are you like this? Oh, that was, oh no, awful. At least give me a choice between a red room and not a red room. Let's do the usual security room things. I do this every time. The settings change every time. I must change them back every time. Pantry. Let's oh, it's classroom. But not right now. Not right now. I would Like, oh my gosh, why? Why is it like this? I am. This is cursed. This is cursed. At least with the weights room, you only lose it once. It's not an issue otherwise. Okay, guest bedroom. I would like to get some of those steps back, please. I feel like the Southern Cross has just, it's giving me a bad time, an actively bad time. Even though you'd think that, you know, drawing rooms with 4 doors more often would be a good thing. No. Den, please. I do not have enough gems to pay for the cloister, as useful as it would be to get in there. West Wing Hall will do me. And the storeroom as well. Not often I see a trunk in here, but, you know, not gonna complain. Also not going to open it, but not going to complain. Oh, there was a trunk there as well. I remember there's something else that I can do in this room, but I don't remember what exactly I need to do, so I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the fireplace. Fine. So, usually, when I am playing this for fun, I will not draft the archives unless I have to, because only having visibility of one of the things... Oh, yeah, you'll notice it was locked on the West Wing Hall side, not here. So that's fun. Anyway, I'll show you the classroom. I might also just quickly see if this is... Yeah, that's looked okay. Grade 1. Let's learn grade 1 content. Color worksheet. Fill in each object below with its correct color. Blue, green, yellow, orange, red, and purple. And there is a section there at the bottom for my favorite color. This is grade 1 level, okay? Benny gets a B+. Each color is only used twice, 10 out of 12 marks. My favorite color is red. Freddy, B-. 9 out of 12. My favorite color is red. Arj, B+, 10 out of 12. My favorite color is red. Caleb, you must really like red. 2 out of 12. My favorite color is red. You can see there's really something going on with the color red, right? There are far too many instances of kids liking the color red the most. Kind of suspicious, right? There is almost certainly some level of royalist propaganda going on, because the color of Finn Ares is red. Anyway, the point, I think, in this classroom is being able to figure out, based on the marks that each student has gotten, what colors correspond to the realm sigils, the realm core symbols, which are these 3 on the flags here. There are other places and ways to figure it out, but you know, this is one place. Ugh, the door is locked. The door is locked, the door is always locked. You can redraw a bunch of times in the library. Let's get us some gems. Now, I believe the difficulty of the parlor game and also the billiards game is somewhat responsive to how you have performed. So it should be slightly easier than last time. I expect to get this right. There we go. There go all my keys, and I don't even have a lockpick. Let's just gamble. Oh, okay. That's actually good. Corridor is guaranteed to never be locked. I actually guessed right. I did think about it, but I was like, could that be classroom? Turns out it was classroom. Grade 2. We get to learn about mathematics. It's starting to add up. So you'll notice the colors. The colors are, that's why I was having issues with that earlier. Pink is multiplication. I thought it was subtraction. Yellow is the subtraction. Okay. Anyway, when you're doing maths with this system, left to right. So, if we have a look at the mathematics worksheet, find each sum without using signs, and of course it's based on colors. So that would be like 2 plus 5, 7 minus 3, 2 times 2. There aren't any divisions on this, but, you know, all of these. Look at the colors F, 5 out of 12. Jenny W, 9 out of 12, B minus. That's not too bad. Another B minus for Fomric. And Penelope a B plus, 10 out of 12. So you can basically see what's going on there, right? You'll notice that the 8 is sideways. This is a theme. Locked. I think that must be it. Was the door at the chapel locked? I feel like it might have been, but I don't. No, I think it was, because I was like, okay, that's why I'll go up then. Okay, I have nothing else to do. We have a broken lever and know where to use it. Let's call it. Let's call it a day. Oh, I'm sad. But at least I got to show you 2 classrooms. That's something. I haven't seen all 8 levels of classroom though. I'm waiting to. I suspect there's going to be very interesting, potentially useful information once we get all the way to grade 8. You'll notice there that the allowance just kind of spawned in. It wasn't there from the start, it got spawned in. Of course, that's not an issue if it's not something you're paying attention to, but unfortunately I was paying attention that particular time, so let's finally open up the shrine. Toss in some money, potentially get a blessing. Blessing of the Gardener. I have 8 courtyards in my draft pool. Well, an extra 8 courtyards in my draft pool for a total of 3 days. I need the gems to back that up, of course, but given that each courtyard is a net positive of gems, I'm not too concerned. That is a lot of good mobility, I will say that. Pantry first, let's get some of that money back, please. And I'll open up a storeroom. A storeroom? The storeroom, rather. Dead end myself here, so I don't have to worry about as many later. Commissary, please. Head in the appropriate direction. We're probably going to want the shovel, given the way that the courtyard is. So, closet. I was hoping for a coin. There was no coin. This is fine. Let's open up our last door and... Oh, you're kidding me. Well, isn't this just wonderful? Oh dear. I will be sad about this for a while. No, not actually. Not actually a while, but I didn't do it beforehand, but we do have water in the kitchen now that we've directed water to it. So, yeah, that's the shortest day yet. We didn't even get very far in. It is a cramped bungalow. 7 total rooms. Yeah, okay. One new room though, which was the shrine, so it's not like this is a complete wipe. Okay. Hopefully we get a bit more done this time. Pick up my allowance. And go open up an outer room. Let's see what we get this time. Yes, please. Let's actually open the safe. Today is the 9th day, so it should be, let's see, the 16th today, I believe. So let's set the unlock date to November the 16th. And the unlock time, which must be at least 1 hour in advance, let's say 10 a.m. And since we're here, may as well set up an experiment before we open up any other rooms. Ah, that wonderful old school modem sound. RTA, let's go. Laboratory. And let's see. We could just fill today's draft pool with courtyards and aquariums. Wild. Well, let's, actually no, each time I eat an apple. Or when I draft a red room, that one sounds the most likely, honestly. Oh, that would be awful, because an aquarium counts as all colors of room, which includes red rooms, so you would just continually be having a certain kind of time. Okay, let's say every time you eat an apple, gain 1 key gem or die randomly. This is fine. Okay, let's go check the time. It should be getting close to 9 a.m., I believe. And the safe does stay open for a few hours after it gets unlocked, so it's not like we have to get back at 10 a.m. sharp. Okay, it is... almost 8:30. It will open at 10. Assuming we've done the date right. Close it. And I'll open the left one up this time. The pantry and the guest bedroom. Key card. Why is it in the guest bedroom? I'm honestly not sure. But you know, if it wants to pop up there, it can. I'm not going to stop it. Neat. Gotta die. Okay. That could have been bad. That could have been really bad if we hadn't had that die, honestly. That could have been so bad. That could have ended the run. Okay, let's do some shoveling and see what we find. We found some coins. We found a turnip. Wonderful. And another courtyard. Why not? A few unimpressive pebbles, not even worth picking up. This is fine. And nothing even of interest. There is the chest, the trunk. I'm not going to do anything with it. Let's walk in closet. Let's see what we've got. Key, some dice, nice. The salt shaker for if we find food out and about. And a gem. I appreciate this. I do wonder if there used to be a mirror there, but it's not anymore, of course. Okay, let's check the time. Not even 9 yet. We're still good. We're still good. So many courtyards. It's kind of ridiculous. Sledgehammer. 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 Okay, so I'm pretty sure that what I need to get the powered sledgehammer, I need the sledgehammer, I need a battery pack, and I need the broken lever. So anyway, I do suspect I won't often have those in the same run, so if I can find some way to cart check or otherwise have them at the same time, that would be really nice. Really, really nice. An unremarkable rock. Amazing. I'm not that short on keys, I think. I'll take the knock. Get myself that key refund. And... oh, well. Never mind. Let's keep going here. I mean, I did say I wanted the card checked, didn't I? I should not have entered. That wasted a step. That wasted 2 steps, technically. I'll come back. Okay, I guess I'm... do I wanna? I wanna. Spare room, this is acceptable. Let's, Okay. I can deal with the storeroom being there. And this way we do get the key that we will need to use as well. Let's go back through then. It's locked, we'll use a key. And... okay. I'm sorry, billiard room. We're gonna have to get back to you later. I don't know when later's gonna be, but we will get to you eventually. Oh. Oh dear, my cat seems to have done something. I'll be back. Alright, I am back. And let's pop open security. I do actually want more keycard rooms this time, so let me just go ahead and tweak that. Don't need to worry about offline rooms. Okay, there is just the one trunk, so I haven't really missed much. That's good to know. The door's locked. Of course it's locked. The boudoir. I'll come back to it. If it's between oh wait. Sheltered, I forgot about that. I could have just weight roomed it. Ah. I forgot about that completely. Okay, maybe the kitchen. It is good to manage my steps appropriately. Stuffed wild quail. Plus an additional 10% if you have a trophy, percent. 20 steps plus an additional 10 steps if you have a trophy room in your house. Okay, let's keep going. Actually, no. Let's head back. I think it is about time. There are enough courtyards that it's hard to remember which way is which. I am going to score myself an upgrade disc though. I have the cash. They are rare, so it's good to pick one up whenever I can. Yeah, getting close to 10. Heading back now was probably a good choice. Lets me pick up this trunk on the way as well. Which, I'm not saying no to more dice. Yes, this was the correct direction. Let's just stay here for a little while. So, one of the things that I mentioned earlier was the idea of the house as an archive, or archives, popping up in the literature. So there are at least two bits of literature that I've seen that mention it, in the context of video games, at least. One was talking about Gone Home. Real big game from back in, I think it was the early 2010s. I remember playing it. Nice queer story, but the uh, the author of that particular article was mentioned that it was told in quite a straight way, which is interesting. A straight way in the sense that if a queer set of narrative and gameplay mechanics would be like messy loose ends, multiplicity of narratives. Gone Home was very much not that. It at first perhaps may have felt open-ended, you can tackle things in any order, but there was like narrative gating and stuff. But it was still a good story, right? And the other one was the other game that was in the literature. Boudoir was What Remains of Edith Finch, which 3 apples is honestly tempting. 2 dice is also tempting. Both of these are tempting. Apples. Let's go with apples. The time lock safe is not open. Maybe it is not yet time. Maybe I got the date wrong. Let's just go back up and double check that. Yeah, so the other game that was mentioned in the literature that I've seen is What Remains of Edith Finch, which is a devastatingly straight narrative, but told in a very queer way, according to the author of that article. So, yes, I must have gotten the date wrong. Did I say 17th? It should have been 16th. Okay. Yeah, so that one, is, yeah, so it's been a few years, so I'm not averse to giving out spoilers, but spoilers. No, I did say November 16. What's wrong? Did I seriously miscalculate here? Hold on. It is November the 7th. Add 9 days should take us to November the 16th. Right? Right? And I set it to unlock at 10 a.m. Obviously that won't work now, but, maybe if I change the time till 12 p.m. and then come back later. Because I'm 99% sure that I've got the day right. Right? Anyway. Yeah, so What Remains of Edith Finch, that was also, that also turned up in my research, and that one, I played that, great fun. Lots of thoughts about unfortunate deaths. And unfortunate manners of deaths, and, you know, the lives that lead up to them. So that one, I think, definitely worth a play. At any rate, there were rooms branching off from the archives and also from the kitchen, so let's go. Let's use some of these keys. Get some more gem. Oh, I shouldn't have checked the sledgehammer already. I should have left it. Ah, well. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. I'm not sad at all. Hallway, let's go. That side is facing the wrong direction, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? Redraw. And what is on the menu today? It was quail, wasn't it? We've reached rank 7, not yet rank 8. So let's bedroom, I think, and down here don't really need the breaker box. I think the parlor. Ooh, pick up a small coin purse. I didn't read out what it did earlier, but this time, every time you pick up 3 coins, you gain an extra 1 in interest. Okay, so neither of those can be true, so this one has to be the true one. I like when I can see what's going on at a quick glance. It's the car keys. Useful for the garage. It's time. We are drawing the billiard room at last. We are drafting the billiard room at last. Let's do some maths. 0 plus 19 is 19. 3 plus 2 is 5. Where is 5? Oh, up here. 15 minus 7 is... Why is my brain stuck on that? Hello? 8. 2 minus 1 is 1. 4 times 2 is 8. 15 minus 10 is 5, times 3 is 15. And that's that. 2 keys. Nice. Well, the kitchen did need a key for the next room. So let's head that way. Oh, actually, the archives had another door as well. Yeah, the maid's chamber is kind of... The maid's tidy. But we're sheltered this time, so it's fine. Staff notice The day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have an interest in attending services may contact Mrs. Babbage for details. In following the instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. Mrs. Babbage. And then, of course, Simon, came along the very next day, which was November the 7th. So we are going to find fewer items around the place, which is unfortunate. You know what? Yeah, I'll see if I can buy some keys. I can buy 1 key for five coins. It is kind of expensive. And I have not yet built up my allowance. Oops. I wasn't checking my step counter. You can continue your search tomorrow, but the house might be a little bit different. I was in the floor. I was completely not looking at my steps. A garden villa, 5 green rooms. It's nice that way, isn't it? I mean, all of those green rooms were courtyards. But yes, so it is getting kind of late, and my cat is making mischief. So this has been a really, really short session, and unfortunately didn't get to add that much in terms of worksheet content, but you know, I've been able to slowly develop my thoughts. And hopefully we will have a bit more that shows up for us next time. Which will be, at least for me, hopefully tomorrow. So I will see you then. Bye bye.